jmc6000 here in this amazingly hot day. But despite the hotness, I got the new hot, this Kia Sorento. Now you may be asking yourself, hey, I've already reviewed Kia Sorento. Yes, I know. This is going to be a family review of the Kia Sorento. Plus, this is actually hiding something unique underneath the hood. Right now, the vehicle is running and the engine is off. You can probably guess that this is the hybrid version of the popular Kia Sorento. In fact, the Sorento is probably one of the most popular vehicles, if not the most popular vehicle that Kia currently sells. So let's go through this thing and let's do an old-fashioned GMC family review. But before we do, let's take a walk around. This Cityscape Green is the color of this Sorento. The color is okay. It has some nice metal flake in it. I mean, it's decent. If you like green, you may like this. It kind of reminds me of like a metallic army green, if I would call it that way. Anyway, it's running because it's like over 90 degrees outside, but the engine's actually not running. It's running on 19-inch tires. These are Continental cross contact tires. These are 255, yes. No, sorry, 235/55 R19 tires on both front and rear, with these kind of unique, kind of blade actuated wheels. Anyway, this is a third row SUV. This only holds 6 people when you go for the HEV. You know what I forgot to do? Come back with me. We'll go over this real quick. All right, again, you can tell it's running. You got LED turn signals, LED amber running lights, LED high beams, low beams, or low beams, high beams, and LED fog lights, plus an active aero curtain that actually flows through there. Should go around the wheel. It does. All right, so let's go around back. I'm trying to keep the outside review as a minimum because of how warm it is out here. So we actually have incandescent taillights, Kia Y. Incandescent taillights, a hybrid vehicle. Incandescent brake light, incandescent running light, and incandescent turn signal. But you do have an LED high mount stop lamp, and I believe these are, I think these are incandescent backup lights, which are all the way at the bottom. Awesome. Backup camera. Let's look at the back here. Power liftgate on this Sorento HEV. Not a lot of storage back here. I think the cubic feet back here is like 10 or 11. Again, there's not a lot when the third row is up, and then you don't have much storage underneath this compartment right here. So the hybrid battery DC to DC converter or some other components for the hybrid battery live underneath here. So that's all you get for storage. Stay. All right, let's go ahead and shut this up. And let's go ahead and look at the window sticker, and then we're going to do the family review. All right, so this particular is an EX all-wheel drive hybrid Kia Sorento, coming in with no options. Actually, sorry, the only 2 options it has was a carpeted floor mat and a cargo cover, coming in at $42,280. Actually, not bad for a 3-row hybrid SUV. I'm going to talk more about it once we get inside. But all right, family, let's go. Let's go ahead and do this review because it is warm. Right now it is running because the air conditioner is on, charging the battery. And now it just shut off.
Turned off, yeah.
All right, Malachi, you want to get in the back there?
I'm going to be surprised with the back.
It should be really nice inside because I had this thing running. We'll talk about the interior here in a little bit, but let's talk about the second and third row.
You get captain's chairs.
You get captain's chairs in the second row. You only get 2 passenger kind of captain's chairs in the third row. First off, headroom looks very generous.
What is this leg room that I got?
Is it not very good leg room?
Like,
what is it? What is this headroom?
Like,
what is this headroom, dog? What is this?
You don't got much left. Keep
what
growing.
is this? What is this? I am too tall for
and this doesn't even have the panoramic sunroof, which cuts in on headroom.
And look at this. What is this? What is this?
You do get vents back there, but I don't think Malachi gets any vents.
First of all, it's like an inch off the floor.
So are you kind of like sitting on the floor there?
Yeah.
Okay. What else is wrong with back there?
Well, I mean, whenever I first sat down,
You got chargers back there.
I mean, I felt a bomb.
Mike, do you
I
have
got
chargers?
one charger.
Okay.
Oh, you have a 12-volt bat. You have a 12-volt.
Okay, Josiah, if you put your seat all the way back, not the backrest, but just the track. Okay, what's that room like for leg room back there now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got a bit of room. My feet are being squished.
Okay, so it's hard to put your feet underneath the seat.
Yeah.
Oh, Amber, we have
Okay.
pockets here as well.
So we got some nice pockets in the center, nice center through tunnel. So how do you feel back here, Amber? It's not too bad.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Lay back.
Do we have 12?
Yeah.
We have a 12-volt
the
like
color of
here.
the outside
Oh,
of the car.
All right, just Malachi, what do you think of the room back there, though?
It for small kids, yay, but
For teenagers?
no.
No.
Yay.
Have we been in better third rows?
yes.
This is supposed to be a compact mid-size SUV, kind of in between, but I guess it kind of shows in the back there. All right, so let's just say, let's categorize it like this: full-size families, like teenagers in the house,
No.
yay or nay?
Nay. Nay.
Smaller family with little kids, like we're talking about toddlers to
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, then it'd be a yay.
preschoolers.
Yeah, like you could fit like the car seat.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
plus the kids will be able to reach their feet down here.
Okay.
Bro, what is this headroom though? This is me seeing up. I usually am like
Yeah,
slouched
you
like
have
this.
a long
Like,
torso.
He does.
Look at this.
My legs,
You got generous leg room, though.
guys, my legs aren't sitting like
I know
this.
that.
What's that, Malachi?
They're straight up.
Oh.
There.
'Cause, like,
Josiah,
the
scoot
seats are
yourself all the way up.
so low.
I said they're an inch off the
Well,
floor.
look at this. Look how low the third row is.
I know.
That's crazy. And then you can't put your feet underneath here that much.
I really can't.
But let me sit back.
Okay, my daughter's getting back there.
Ouch.
Oh my
It's a little compromised in the third row, isn't it?
God. This is so small.
And here's the bad part. You have no air vents back there. The only two air vents you got are right here.
Like you're gonna have to be fighting for air.
Yes. And you can't control the rear AC.
It's only controlled by the front.
Yep. But you got a USB port back there, or USB-C,
Yeah.
USB-C.
and you got the two on the either side of the, or one on either side of the,
And a 12
Yeah,
volt.
but how
seat.
am I supposed to plug in my phone?
12 volt.
That's what the 12 volt was for.
you get the 12-volt Amber.
I don't know how to use that.
You know how to use a 12 volt?
Oh my goodness.
No.
Kids these days.
I need a
All right.
charger for my phone.
Car
That's
charger
my
that
question.
goes
What are these? What are they supposed to do?
That's-
USB-C.
USB-C.
Why?
That's for most newer phones, Amber. Not probably yours, but most newer phones. There's converters that we can get to go from USB-C to USB
Yeah, that's what we
regular
have.
or
Hey, Amber, you're
micro.
lucky. You get a
but-
12 volt. I get nothing right here.
All right, you guys ready to get out of this thing?
Yes.
All right.
You can go fast.
I'm gonna get out of this monstrosity. Dang it, that's a tail light.
So if you have a smaller family, here, take this back. Yes. If you have a smaller family, Kia Sorento is perfect. But if you have a teenage family, you might want to skip on the Sorento. Even though the price is good, you might want to skip on the Sorento. All right, let's go inside and talk about some of that. Hey, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Get back to work now. Amber, you're doing great, by the way.
I hate to go
Okay, super.
Ow. Hit my leg on the glove compartment.
All right, there goes the mower. All right, inside the Kia Sorento. Now you may be like, John, you've already reviewed one of these. The reason why I have this is because of the powertrain, which we're going to get into. You guys have already seen that review on the JMC Garage Talk channel. But I wanted to see how this powertrain will work in the Kia Sorento. Can I tell you a little bit of a secret? I actually like the Sorento. Unfortunately, it won't work for my family because if, you know, I've got nothing but teenagers in the house. And unfortunately, I'm at square one, as I might as well just keep the Maverick if I was to trade in for this. But anyway, that's either here or there. If you have a smaller family, this is a perfect vehicle. Let's get into some pros and cons real quick, and then we'll get into the driving portion of the Sorento. A little bit different driving portion, but we're going to get into it. First, let's list some 3 pros. Number 1, I actually like the way this current Sorento looks. So much better than its platform mate, the Hyundai Santa Fe. I can't stand the way the Santa Fe looks. Maybe people like driving around in big box of refrigerators. No pun intended for the Tesla Cybertruck, but If you like drive around in a multicolored boxy refrigerator, then the the Santa Fe is for you. But it's platform mate. The Sorento is actually, I think, a better looking, much better vehicle in itself. Number two, what I love about the Sorento and what I think is great has to be the interior quality. I mean, it's really nice in here. Yes, this is an all black interior. Not a big fan of that, but you do have some nice silver trim in here. The dash is nice and padded. You do have some nice silver trim in the center console. I love this shifter. It's almost like a glass shifter. It takes a little bit to get used to. This shifter is borrowed out of the Nero EV and the EV6, EV9, kind of uses a similar shifter. Anyway, this shifter is unique, but it's nice and everything's nicely and logical laid out. Nice quality throughout. This is soft touch, soft touch. This is nice and padded. This is nice and padded. And I love the cross stitching on the steering wheel. The steering wheel is nice. So yeah, this is a nice place to spend time. Third thing I like has to be the powertrain. Again, I talked about that in my JMC Garage Talk review, but just touch upon it briefly. This uses a 1.6 turbo. If you want to see more about this powertrain, please tune into my JMC Garage Talk review. But it's a 1.6 turbo, made it to a electric motor, 2 electric motors. This is all-wheel drive, but it doesn't have an E-axle in the back. It actually splits power out of the 6-speed transmission via a center diff with a prop shaft that goes all the way back to a rear differential, which will then deliver power to the rear wheels. So the 2 electric motors, there's one electric motor off of the engine via a belt, and then the other electric motor is sandwiched between the transmission and the 1.6 turbo. I have to say, this thing works really well. On the highway, I was getting around 30 to 31 miles per gallon. Okay, miles per gallon. I was getting a little bit better in the city after I pulled it into the driveway. Right now, I don't have it. I don't have the miles per gallon up yet, but it was getting right around 34 miles to the gallon, right where it says it's advertised to get for this particular vehicle. So I believe Kia's done well there. Does it get as good as gas mileage as the Maverick? No, but then again, this is a bigger, heavier vehicle. I wouldn't expect it to get the same gas mileage that the Maverick would. Now for some lows before we get into the driving portion. Again, if you want to see my engine review and everything talked about this hybrid powertrain, please tune into JMC Garage Talk. Now, engine review. I'm sorry, not engine review. Sorry, my lows for the Kia Sorento. Number one, again, I love this interior, but man, we got to do something with all black. I love that these seats are perforated, but they're not ventilated. So as the sun bakes them, it's going to really burn your tush, but that's okay. So number two dislike that I have for the Kia Sorento, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just this one, maybe it's the tires, but I did notice at 75 miles an hour, there is a slight vibration in the car, and this thing only has 56 miles on it. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. I don't know if the tires need to be rebalanced or if the tires need to be replaced, but there is a slight vibration at higher speeds that I never noticed before. So I don't think it's a platform. I think it's the tires itself. So that's another thing. And then finally, I love the gauges here. I love Hyundai Kia's new infotainment system. It's kind of Android based, loosely around that. But I'm not in love with their digital gauge cluster here. I wish it had more information, and I wish there was more to it. I wish it had more customization than just choosing the different colors from orange to green to red. I just wish it had a little bit more customization. Other than that, I think this car looks great. And also, Kia, please, get some LEDs in the back tail lights. It's ridiculous that it's a hybrid and we don't have LEDs. Come on. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, other than that, here's my recommendation before we go into the driving portion. Would I recommend this? Yes, especially for smaller families. If you have a bigger family or if you have teenagers in the house, you got to do a lot of soccer practice and you need some room, this is not the vehicle for you. Not the vehicle. But for smaller families, I would recommend this all day long. It gets decent gas mileage. The 1.6 has a nice growl to it. And yeah, you can't go wrong. Awesome. Stay tuned for my driving portion where I talk about some different driving things that I'm going to go through. And if you haven't checked out the Garage Talk review, please check that out. I just posted it this past Saturday. Thank you. All right, jmc6000 here. And what I'm doing right now is I'm already entering on the highway. I'm not taking my usual route that I take with the hill and everything, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea of how, as I go into the highway, accelerating up to about 75 miles an hour, kind of how this powertrain works, how it feels, and just some overall general things I wanted to talk about with this 2024 Kia Sorento Hybrid. So I'm going to let traffic kind of go a little bit ahead of me so I can accelerate. So I'm going to stab it right now. Stabbed. It's a little bit lazy and shifting. But that wasn't too bad. And the 1.6 sounds decent. It doesn't sound like a ratty old Ford. It's a nice refined, a little bit of a growl to it. I do like that. It's not some horrible sounding engine, but it actually sounds pretty decent for what it is. Couple things to note as I'm on the highway. I'm not even close to 60, or not even close to my target speed of 75 miles an hour, unfortunately. I'm gonna get there, maybe, if traffic would move ahead. But anyway, I'm still here. Awesome. So a couple things to note. Number one, I do love Hyundai Kia's adaptive lane, or adaptive as far as cruise control or lane centering. It works absolutely amazing, and I very minimal input from me to really do what it needs to do. I really appreciate that about Hyundai Kia's system. It really works well. Also, it seems to accelerate just fine when I usually keep it in smart mode, and it seems to work really well in smart mode. I don't like eco mode at all, and eco mode's a little bit dull. Sport you really don't need, and then you have a snow mode, which, being in the middle of summer, in the middle of July, I'm not going to have snow. And now I'm going to accelerate. Anyway, well, crazy people, I'll tell you. Awesome. So, trying to accelerate, but the guy in front of me wouldn't want to do that, so I'm right here right now. Awesome. Anyway, here on the highway, you're going to get some more acceleration, and it does decently well. Does decently well. And it's not too bad at all. Again, there was a little bit of a weird vibration that I can feel through the vehicle. I don't know if it's the tires or what, but it's very slight, but I can still feel it. And I don't think I've ever felt that before in a Sorento. So something to maybe think about. Test drive one, see what you think. I don't know if it's the tires, they need to be rebalanced or something like that, but definitely a little bit of an odd vibration that I feel at this high speed. Awesome. Other than that, it handles just fine. The hybrid powertrain works seamlessly, swimmingly, something like that. And really, decent gas mileage out of this thing. You know, you're going to get on the highway, I would say 30 to 31 consistently. You know, maybe plus or minus a few, but you know, it's okay. I was expecting a little bit better, because this is supposed to be rated at 34 on the highway. It doesn't get, and maybe it's because the air conditioning's on, and because it's close to 100 degrees outside. It's actually 94 right now. But yeah. Well, if you guys have any questions, comments, let me know. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure that you will catch you on the next one. The reveal of our 3-row SUV is coming very soon, so you want to subscribe for that. That is coming really, really soon. I can't give an exact date just yet, because I don't have an exact date. So we'll let you know about that, but that is coming soon. Appreciate you guys. You guys be blessed, and have a wonderful day.